All right, mamas, if you've ever hit that wall at the 7th, 8th week, maybe even 6th week, your kids are burnt out, you're burnt out, things are not going smoothly anymore, and you just feel like you cannot keep going, this video is for you. Now, I kind of fell into it by accident. Following a Sabbath type homeschool schedule has really helped me keep my sanity, our homeschool running smoothly, and my kids excited to learn. So what is a Sabbath homeschool schedule? For us, that looks like we homeschool for 6 to 8 weeks, and then we take an intentional week off. And that intentional week off can look like a lot of different things. What it does not look like is us just being lazy, sit around, watching movies, doing nothing. Okay, that is not what it looks like. This is an intentional rest that we build into our rhythm, because I've noticed, and you've probably noticed too, once you get to that 6th, 7th, 8th-ish week, things begin to get a little rough. You're starting to feel a little burnt out. Kids are struggling a little bit more with their work. Attention spans aren't quite there that they were in week 1 or 2. Energy is dipping, and you just feel like you need a rest. So what this rest looks like for us, sometimes it's Grammys that are coming in town and visiting, and we just take an intentional stop from school. Sometimes it just looks like slower mornings, being intentional, doing some more read alouds, more time outside, connecting more with, their friends and my friends, maybe focusing on a home project or more life skills, things like that. What it is not is us just sitting around in our pajamas being lazy. It is not catching up on all the missed schoolwork or housework. This is an actual intentional rest. We're focusing on connection as a family, and we're still learning, just in a more low-key way. Intentionally scheduling in things that fill our emotional, spiritual, mental tank. And even though we kind of fell into this by accident, there are some definite benefits that we have noticed. First of all, you address the burnout before you hit the burnout. You know that there's a break coming, and you can kind of pace yourself accordingly. And I definitely noticed a big benefit with my kids. We came back from our rest. They were so much more teachable. I really felt like they had the time for their brains and body to rest and just come back refreshed. And I noticed oftentimes concepts that they were kind of struggling with near that week 7, week 8, once we came back to it after their rest, they were much more able to tackle on that challenge and figure it out and not struggle with it as much. I really feel like that rest gave them time for those concepts to kind of solidify. It helps keep our house more peaceful and calm, and our homeschool more sustainable year after year. So let me know down in the comments, how do you guys schedule your rest for homeschool? Do you take an intentional week off? Are you scheduling things throughout the months and the weeks? How is it that you are scheduling in your rest and times of reset for your homeschool?